Obviously, big news this week for you and the club. Tell us a little bit about the appointment, which obviously followed interim tenure, and he's playing pretty well right now.
Yeah. No, it's been great. When Ryan stepped away back in November, I very much wanted to make sure that I earned this kind of appointment. And I think Bev and I in the off season and the work that I was able to do kind of in my interim and then coming into the season for the first couple of months, I felt and I hopefully ownership and management felt confident in me as well. So it feels great to really know that it's been earned and that I've gotten the confidence of our upstairs staff, our technical staff, and the players. And I think it also helps we're in a pretty good spot on the field right now.
Priorities. What are priorities for you?
Winning tomorrow. And then from there, the summer window. So I feel like we just got done with the winter, but obviously looking towards that. We've got a couple more games before we pause for our break. So really looking to see what we need to do in that to hopefully continue this momentum that we have right now. And then for the second half of the season. So I'd say those are our biggest priorities at the moment. And then just continuing to make sure that we're meshing well on field, off field, and everything to that sort.
You're a little light in the goalkeeper right now. Is that something you've been addressing in the summer transfer window, or something you just maybe look for a free agent right now?
Potentially earlier. Obviously, we have been very, very lucky that we've had Jordan Bloomer. Serge has done a great job making sure that she's prepped to go when called upon, and she's been great. And then obviously we've got Maddie Anderson here as well, and then we've got some training with us, but that's something we will look to add potentially before July.
Caitlyn, was this something that was something you had hoped for at some point down the road, or something you were working towards, or did it just kind of work out this way?
A little bit of both. I don't think when I started back here as a merchandise intern, if you would have asked me where I wanted to be in 2025, I would have said the GM of the team. I think luckily this organization has been able to give me the ability to grow. And I do think just putting myself in conversations, listening, watching has really benefited. There's so many things from the operation side that mesh as well, and then just being able to pull it all together. So no, but maybe in the back of my mind.
While you were interning as assistant, is there anything that you could specifically point to that helped you along the way, like a piece of advice or anything that stood out to you?
Honestly, just my relationship with Bev. I think it's been great to be able to have just a very open and honest conversation at all times. Obviously, we can relate on a handful of things. And so being able to have her kind of as my partner in all of this has been really, really helpful. So that's what I think the best thing for him.
Have the other coaches helped you with talent evaluation? That's a big part of the journey.
Yeah, for sure. We have a system between our entire technical staff, depending on kind of where they specialize. So we've got our Mitch, who oversees our defending, kind of back 4 or 5, and then Carm up top. So they watch all the clips. And then I will say Serge continues to have a great connection to the college game. Obviously with likes of Emma Sears, Taylor Fisher, and Jordan Bloomer. So we rely on him a lot for that collegiate. Some maybe fall under the radar that he always has his eye on.
And you keep an eye on the academy as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yep, we were out here last night watching W League. They trained just right over there. Luckily, it's a little bit later now going into it. But with Kylie, she was out with us for a lot in our preseason. So just a good connection, I think. They're not far down the hallway. So watching the academy for sure.
I mean, starting here as an intern, we didn't have professional women's soccer. Was it always something like as soon as racing happened, you're like, I'd like to get involved? Because it was, I think, just that second season you became the operations person, and then it's led to this. Just was that always in the back of your mind as you wanted to be involved with pro women's soccer?
Yeah, when I came to Louisville, obviously I was at U of L, decided to do that kind of manager role, found my love for operations, and then wanted to work with Lou City as the professional team here in town. Moved away, and we were actually in Virginia when I believe all of the colors and the name and everything came out. And I remember, I'm pretty sure I said to my husband, probably boyfriend at the time, like, I'm going to do whatever I can to get back to that. And the path that took me here wasn't a straight one, but I think everything kind of works out for a reason. And so really grateful that, and I do remember that day, I was like, you know what, I'm going to make it my goal to do it. And here we are. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.